Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in very chilly, cold, not chilly, it's cold, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Today, I'm continuing on with my weekly feature, which is the Be Mine collection, the Sweet collection. You're going to want to add this one to your collection, you guys, because it is amazing. I was attracted to this bundle, this entire suite, right when I opened the catalog. When I first saw it, I knew I had to have it simply because there's a punch. I am a punch junkie. I love punches. Everything to do with punches makes me happy. You can create alternate projects with punches. They don't have to be used for their intended purpose, which is usually to punch out a stamped image, right? If they're bundled with a stamp set, you can bet that they're coordinating with that stamp set. So the punch I'm talking about is the Bee Builder. And when you look at this punch, you know, when I first looked at it, I'm like, I don't really see a bee. I see two hearts and I see a speech bubble. I see a fish. I see all kinds of different stuff, right? So I love to join you live and share different ideas with you. Today, we're not going to make a fish or a speech bubble, but those are some ideas that just like popped in my head. And the creativity, the amazing products that Stampin' Up! Gives us, it fosters our creativity and inspires us to keep on going and use your punches. The other thing I love about punches is that they don't take up a lot of room in your stamp collection, right? Because they have the button on the back. You can just press the button and they fold flat like this. You can stack them high. You can stack them, on a desk high, and you can see the image right here so you know which punch it is. You can stack them this way on a shelf if you want to. It's totally up to you. I keep mine on a kitchen towel rack from IKEA that's mounted to my wall. So I keep mine on my wall in the open position, and they just hang. They just hang on that little bar, right? That little steel bar on my wall. And then I'm very visual. So I like to be able to see my products. So I look over at my punches. I can look behind at my wall. If you don't have a space in your house to do that, you can still have things very visual by putting them in clear containers. That's how I started. If you have them in a clear container, something with the drawers, something like that is easily movable in your house, you can be very visual as well. Some people use a corner of their bedroom. I have a team member that uses her walk-in closet, and it's gorgeous the way she has it set up. It just doesn't take a lot of room to have these amazing products in your house. Today, I have a fun project that I was inspired by the amazing Sam Hammond from the UK. She goes by Poodles. So if you're on YouTube, you can Google Poodles and you can see all of her amazing, amazing projects. I have been a fan of Sam for a very long time. And when I first got to meet her on an incentive trip, my heart was pitter patter when I finally got to meet her. We have these people that we follow and it's like, oh, I got to meet her, take a selfie with her. And I'm inspired by all of her projects. And today I'm going to share a project that she made. I think it was about 4 months ago. I saw it on her YouTube channel, but I want to share this one using the Be Mine collection and using the products that I've been featuring all week. Hello, everybody. Hi, Mildred from Montana. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Donna from Washington. So good to have you all here with me. We're going to get started here. I see everybody popping in. I like to chat a little bit in the beginning just to give Facebook time to get into your feeds and to let you know that I'm live. Hopefully you know that I join you live every morning at 9 o'clock Mountain Time from Monday to Thursday. Now, there is a slight change in my schedule. On Friday mornings, I'll be going live an hour earlier at 8 o'clock Mountain Time. So if you're on the East Coast, that's 10 o'clock your time, right? Or East Central, EST, East Central Time. East Standard Time is going to be 10 o'clock. So wherever you are in the world, I'm on Mountain Time. I'm here in Calgary, Alberta. I'm just above Montana, just for a visual of where I am. And I'm on Mountain Time. So tomorrow morning is Friday. Can you believe we're at Friday already? The days can't go fast enough for me right now with this cold weather. We're in a polar vortex, you guys. I had to postpone 2 of my classes just because it's like extremely cold to go out. And plus it's very slippery on the roads too. So Anyway, my live classes, just a little postponing. I'm not canceling, just postponing. And also my live classes, I do a YouTube video as well. So the ladies, if it's too cold for them to come out and they don't make it even next week when I've rescheduled, then they can watch the YouTube link to my video. And there's always a way to get these amazing ideas in people's hands. All right, here we go. Hi, Gas. Central is 10 o'clock. Yeah, exactly. Central's 10 o'clock. If you're in Nova Scotia, it's going to be 3 hours later. So 8 o'clock is going to be 11 o'clock in the morning. And over in Newfoundland, my home province, it's going to be 11:30, an extra 30 minutes over there. So let's get started. And I'm going to put my coffee off to the side. We're going to make a fun little project today. And I have a couple of alternate projects to show, or one anyway, to show you at the end, using the free stuff that you can get with Celebration. Because don't forget, every $60 you spend in Canada, I'm in Canada, so I can only do business in Canada, you're going to choose something for free from Celebration. If you bump your order to 120, you could get 2 level 1s, or you can, I call them level 1s, they're the first increment, right? So $60, and then at 120, you can get 2 level 1s, or you can get a level 2 Celebration item, which is just a bigger product selection. It could be a stamp set with a embossing folder, or it could be an extra stamp set, or it can be dies. We have dies too. I haven't touched on all of the Celebration offerings. There are so many of them. I'm trying to show you the suites, and I'll introduce the Celebration things as I go. Good morning, everyone. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to flip you and point you down at my work surface, so just bear with me while I flip my camera here. And there's my snowy, freezing cold backyard. We won't talk about that. We're just going to stay inside and be nice and cozy warm here. Okay, so here we are. We are in the week of January 8th to the 14th. I have a new host code every single week, guys. So if you live in Canada and you spend a minimum $60 with me, you're going to get all of the pieces to make these projects that I'm doing this week. I am featuring the Be Mine Suite Collection, okay? So if you like everything you see here on the page, you can just enter this one item code, simple, instead of entering them all separate. You can enter one item code and you'll get everything you see here. I've showcased these all week long. Monday I showed every single piece individually, so you can go back and watch all of the replays if you'd like here on my Stamping with Rose page. But we're going to bring in some cardstock and some paper now. So as I mentioned, I'm going to raise up my camera here so you can see more of my work surface. I'm inspired by Sam Hammond today for this project. So what we need, we're going to make a little treat box or a gift box, because it's all about the gifts, right? And what I have here, I have 2 pieces of cardstock. I have Sweet Sorbet. I have Petal Pink. I have pulled the colors that are featured in this designer series paper from the designer series paper called Be Mine 12 by 12. And I have some smaller pieces here. So we're going to just put these off to the side. We're going to make this one first. So we're going to cut, both of these have been cut 7.5 by 7.5. Now I will share, this is from Sam's YouTube channel. And I watched her video and I'm like, oh my God, I have to make that cute little gift box. And you can put treats in this. You could put a bracelet in here. You could put earrings in here. There's all kinds of things, a little bath bomb, you name it. We've got Valentine's coming up. You could put treats in there for Valentine's. I mean, these little boxes are just so addictive, right? So thank you, Sam, for this inspiration. Okay, so let's start with the Sweet Sorbet piece. Now this piece is 7.5 by 7.5. We're going to score it all 4 sides at 2.5. Now I'm bringing in my Simply Scored board. This is a must-have. If you are new to Stampin' Up, or you're looking at that, getting that starter kit and getting the Glass Mat Studio for free, this is one thing that I would recommend. On page 145, all of the tools up here are a must-have. You're going to want the trimmer. You're going to want a bone folder. You need the snips. You're going to need more cutting blades. You're going to need that Take Your Pick tool, and look at the additions. Add up all of these, put them in your starter kit, get the Glass Mat Studio for free, even get the silicone mat in your starter kit. It's going to be the best kit. So the Simply Scored scoring tool, Simply Scored scoring tool is $49, okay? So the item code is 122334. You need this if you're going to make fancy boxes or anything like that. It makes your life so much easier. It looks like this. It has all of the lines here for scoring, and then it comes with a stylus that sits down here. Pop that in so you'll never be without it. And then we have all of our increments at the top and then along the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score this piece of square paper at 2.5 all the way around. So 2.5. I'm just going to turn it 90 degrees each time. 2.5, 2.5. Making sure I push the cardstock up flush in the corner. Good morning, France. Good morning. All right, so there's our first piece. So the second piece I have is a piece of petal pink. Now this is 7.25 by 7 1/8. And we're going to score that by 2 3/8 all the way around. So 2 3/8. So the increments up here are 1/8 increments. So you can just count 1, 2, 3. So it's one little notch back from the 2.5. So 2 3/8, 2 3/8, 2 3/8, and one more, 2 3/8. Whoop, make sure you're on the right line. Get it in there and just start to do a little scoring, and then you can score. All right, we're done with the Simply Scored tool. Hi, Sherry. Good morning. Good morning. So we've got these two squares. Now I'm going to ignore that little extra score line just for today's purposes. But, you know, if you're picky, you can go ahead and make another piece if you goofed it like I did. But we're just going to keep going here and see how this looks, because this is the inside of the box. So you're not really going to see that little boo-boo of mine. So I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so I'm just reinforcing all the score lines. So let's do that with both pieces. All right, so this glass mat is such a great surface for stamping on. It's a great surface for doing the reinforcing of the score lines with my bone folder, like you can see I'm doing right now. Love it. Okay, so we've got both pieces. So we're going to, just, it doesn't matter which one you start with, but we're going to do some cutting. So what we want to do is these corners here, we are going to cut up to the score line. Okay, so we're just going to bring in some scissors. I like using long handle scissors for this so that I can just do one cut. And then we're going to wedge out that edge. And then this piece, you want to trim it, and there's no measurement, just trim it down like that. We're going to turn and do the next one, 90 degrees over, and we're going to cut up to the score line. We're going to wedge out that corner, and we're going to snip. Do it again. Just keep going all the way around till you get all of the 4 squares done. So snip up, wedge out the corner, and cut across. Good morning, Karen from Caledon. Oh, snowy there too, hey? Crazy, crazy. Winter is here. Oh my goodness, did it ever come in with a vengeance? Okay, so there we go. We've got all our pieces of that one done. Pull out the little pieces. So there we go. We've got that. Now, I'll swipe these off to the side. Let's do the exact same thing with the petal pink. So I'm coming in here. I'm going to do all the squares. So go up to the score line. Then we're going to wedge out that corner piece and trim this off. And up to the score line again, wedge out the corner and trim. All right. Up to the score line, wedge out the corner. It's like a song, right? And then trim. Okay. So one more, and then we can go ahead and put this together. I got some tips on easy assembly of this little box, and then wedge up. I love when I do my retreats, which, by the way, guys, I have 3 retreats coming up 2024. Oh, it's going to be a great year. So my first one is in March. You're going to definitely want to get in on that because I only have 23 spots, and honestly, a lot of them have already been spoken for, but you definitely want to get in on it. It's here in Calgary, and it's at the Best Western, and we have an amazing time, you guys. Okay, so I have both of these here. We are going to add glue now. So I'm going to bring in my liquid glue. I love my liquid glue. It is so strong. And see how these aren't even straight? It's okay. No one's going to see that. It's going to be on the inside of your box. So let's go ahead and get the glue flowing. If I can. I'm going to put glue on all these tabs. And I can't believe how non-straight these are, but we're going to just go with it. Okay, so these tabs here. Add your glue. Liquid glue never lets me down. It needs a bit of patience. It's kind of like a child. It needs a little bit of patience, but then it'll never let you down. So we're going to take this piece here, and we're just going to put them together. So fold on your score line and bring this piece up like that. So make that flush with the edge, and then continue all the way around, making it nice and flush like so. So there's that extra little blip that I did, but I don't think we're going to notice it. Okay, go around and around. Whoop, see? Remember what I mentioned about the patience? Okay, I forgot about this. So over here, I have some little clips. Now, I just got these from Dollarama, right? You can just use these to your advantage. So once you get your edges lined up, put a little clip on the top, okay? So I'm getting a text pop through from my friend Cheryl about my retreat. Yes, definitely, I will be saving you a spot. I think I already have you down. Yeah, I'm super, super duper excited, guys, to host these retreats. They give me so much joy. So much joy. The weekend for March is the weekend. My dates are like escaping my head. It's the weekend before On Stage. So I think it's, let me just look on my calendar over here off to the side. I should know this like off by heart. March. Where are you? Duh. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just looking up my dates because I want to give you the right one. Okay, March 8th, 9th. Yes, Friday, March 8th, Saturday, March 9th. Okay, so that is the retreat date for March. June, I'm having it in June 14th and 15th. And then all the way in October, you can plan that out as well. Friday, October 18th, Saturday, the 19th. So we go till Sunday, right? But those are the nighttime, like in case you need to book a hotel room. Okay, we're bringing the sweet sorbet piece in. We're going to do the exact same thing. I've got my clips here. See that glue? If you let it partially dry, it is definitely happier. It's not as messy, but once it makes contact with the cardstock, it's stuck, right? It's stuck. So come all the way around and add those in. And then I got one more. Okay. So use what you have in your craft room. You could use, what am I trying to say? You can use paper clips. You can use these little clips here, whatever you have just to hold it together. Little clothespins, I've used those too. So we've got our two little boxes here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my paper. So this is from the Be Mine 12 by 12. I love this pattern. So I'm going to flip it over. We're going to add all of our glue to the back. You need 4 pieces and these measure 2 1/4 square. Okay. So let's grab that glue and add our glue to, this one's running out on me, but I don't want to throw it out until it's completely gone, right? Because this liquid glue is my favorite. I love it. It never lets me down. If you think your glue is empty, open it at the other end. Try the other end because I have got good success with that. And a lot of times I think, oh, this glue is empty, and it's not. You actually still have a lot of glue left in there. Okay, so this is the inside of the box where you're going to put your gift or your treat or whatever you want to call it. This is the outside. So we're going to take this and we want to decide what your top is, right? So this is going to be my top. Hi, Doris. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be the top. So I'm going to put my DSP up here. Just make sure it's even, then turn. And we're going to put it on here. So I like to put the box together first and then put the DSP on, because then I can see how it's going to be, if it's going to be upside down or not, right? We don't want it to be upside down. So turn it over here. There's the other side. We're going to put the DSP. In case you're wondering what DSP means, if you're new to watching me or new to Stampin' Up, DSP is just an acronym for Designer Series Paper. And then on the back, I definitely want to make sure my bees are in the right direction as well. So there we go. We've got our 4 square pieces there. Look how quick and easy this is. Okay, so that's the outside of the box. This piece here, our petal pink box, is going to fit inside like so, like this. It actually, the measurements that Sam has given us are perfect to make these like nest inside like this. If I can get mine together. Okay, so there is a right and wrong way because of the measurement, because this petal pink piece is 7 1/4 by 7 1/8. There we go. So there we have our front of the box, the inside of the box. Now we just have to make this a little bit more user-friendly. Like, how are you going to get into this box, right? So we want to actually, like so. The open end goes at the top. Let me just, okay, so then make sure you decide what your top is, and you want to have the open end so that your treats don't fall out, right? So let's turn this one more time. There we go. So there's the front of my box. Now you want to put a little pull tab on here so it's easy to get into. So I'm just going to grab my hole punch here and come on into the side of the box and punch a hole like that. Then I'm going to add some ribbon as a pull. So this is the ribbon that's in the sweet. It's called Sweet Sorbet. Sweet Sorbet bordered ribbon because it has this little bit of a white border on it. I'm just using my glass mat at the bottom of the screen here to measure and trim off 7 inches of this ribbon. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to double it up. So I want to make a loop on one end. Then I'm just going to take the other end and tie a knot. So when you give yourself about 7 inches, you got enough to be able to actually tie this knot, right? So we're going to tie a knot like that. And then I'm just going to trim off that excess ribbon. And we're going to take this little knot and we're going to feed it into the inside of the box, into that hole. Make sure you get the little corner edge, like so you get enough to pull it. And then you can pull it out. So there's, isn't that easy? So easy, right? Little pull tab. Now we got the fun part to do. We're going to decorate the front. So you put whatever you want in here. You can put a tea light. This is actually a really good size box, you guys. Like tons of stuff will fit in here. And then you can just slide that in like that. So now we get to do the fun part. Now you could make a whole stack of these and tie them up with a big ribbon and have like a little, kind of like an advent calendar with little drawers, right? So it's such a fun way to use your cardstock and your designer series paper. Let's bling this up a little bit because it's a little too plain for me on the front. So let's bring in our stamps. Okay, so we have here from the Be My Valentine, we've got all the parts to the bee. So we've got the body, the decorative part, or the stripes, the wings, the antenna, and the smile. So I'm going to bring in some scrap white. So from my scrap bin here, let's grab some scrap pieces. And like these strips, you guys, are perfect for doing the bee body. So if you have scraps, pull them out. Okay, so we're going to use Daffodil Delight. We're going to stamp the body of the bee. Let's use this one. So we'll stamp the body right there. Ooh, I'm close to the edge, but I think it'll be okay. Then I'm going to bring in my memento and I'm going to stamp the stripes on the bee and his little stinger on his bum. Hover over your Daffodil Delight body image, stamp that. Look at that. I mean, that's like the perfect bee body, right? And we're going to have this bee standing, he's going to be pointing up and down like this. So I'm going to take the little smiley face. As I mentioned yesterday, there's 4 different expressions: the winky eye, the smile, the closed eye, and then this one right here. He cracks me up. Okay, so we're just going to stamp the bee like that. And then we're going to bring this into the punch. And we're going to just line it up here at the bottom. And we'll just punch that body out. Boom. And this measurement here was really great because I don't have a lot of excess. So that's about 1 1/4 inches wide. So I don't have a lot of little extra pieces flying off my desk. Now I wasn't quite lined up perfectly because I was on the edge over here, but you know what? It's okay. You know, you can always change it. You can come in here. If you made a boo-boo like me, you can just grab your snips and snip it around, fix it up. There's no mistakes in paper crafting. Okay, so there's my bee with a little trim. We're going to do the wings now. So the wings are like this. Now you got a 2-step stamp. You can do the solid and then do the outline. I'm just going to do the outline with Petal Pink. And looking at my punch, I want to decide how I'm going to feed this in. I always like to take a look at what I'm doing ahead of the game. So I know that my hearts or my wings are going to have to be kind of on an angle. That'll make it easier for myself. So we're going to tap on Petal Pink. We'll do one like that. And then I'll move over here and do another one. And then we'll just go ahead and pop them into the punch. So let's take this one at a time. So we'll do this one, pop it out, and then you can continue on. Just slide that cardstock over and do your second one, like so. There we go. So that was a little piece of cardstock, but I made maximum use of it. I'm not done yet. So I'm going to stamp the little antenna, and the little antenna gets punched out with a smaller heart. Now you can see it's kind of upside down and sideways. So I'm just going to take my antenna and kind of plan how I'm going to do that one as well. So stamp that like that. Whoop. Let's flip it over because you get two sides, two chances with a piece of cardstock. So there's my antenna. We're going to feed that into the punch from the side, upside down, like that. See that? So then that little tiny heart, it can be a heart or it can be the antenna. So look at that. I did maximum use of my scrap cardstock. So don't throw your scraps away. So then we've got our pieces now for our bee. So let's bring in that bone folder and give the wings a little curl. So just take the wing in your hand and just, you know, kind of just bend the bone folder around just to make it curl a little bit. Then I'm going to take my liquid glue, add a little tiny dot to the antenna. And guys, don't even worry about getting glue on your glass mat because let me tell you, it comes off super easy. I am so impressed with this glass mat. Now, if you're a demonstrator and you're watching and you missed out on the pre-order in December, don't worry. They've told us to hang tight once celebration is over and all the new recruits have their glass mat because it's free for new recruits right now. We're going to have another chance to buy this, right? So just hang tight once celebration is over. So that's not going to be till March, right? Because celebration goes until February 29th. All right, I got a little glue there. I'm gonna wipe that up. All right, so there's my cute little bee. We're also gonna bring in another scrap piece of paper. And from the stamp set, Love You, right here, we're gonna stamp that onto a piece of scrap. And I'm gonna stamp it on an angle like this. See if I can get this right. And then let's feed that into the punch. I want this to be in the heart. Do I have enough cardstock? Ooh, I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I need a bigger piece. I need a bigger piece of cardstock. All right, let's try that again. So stamp Love You like that. And then we'll feed that into the punch like this. See that? It fits. I tell you, those Stampin' Up! Design artists, they know what they're doing, right? They made the stamps so that they fit in this punch. Like, it is epic. I love it. Okay, so we've got a Love You. We've got a bee. I've got a lot of scrap paper from that collection, and we're going to just grab a piece of it here. I like this one with the real red, with the little trails, the bee trails. I'm going to stamp 2 of the smaller punches, smaller heart punches, like that. And we're going to use these pieces to decorate up the front of this cute little box. So I want my bee to sit up here like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I love my dimensionals. They are strong. They're going to hold that in place for me. So I'm going to put my dimensionals in the spot on the box where I want my bee to sit. And then I'm just going to simply take my bee and I'll put the bee right there. And it's not going to hinder this box because I still have my little pull, right? I'm still going to be able to pull this open and the bee is just going to sit. See, it's still going to be able to pull back and forth and that bee is just going to sit there like that. And then I'm just going to add these pieces to my card. Not card. I'm so used to saying card, but today we're making a box. So I'm going to actually put my glue on the bigger heart like that. And then I'm going to put 2 little dots on the box front where I want to put the other hearts. And you guessed it, I'm going to bring in my Take Your Pick tool. And we're going to be able to pick up these hearts like that. Flip them over first. Pick them up and then just lay them right onto your little blue dots. OMG, look how cute this is, you guys. And then, of course, you can bring in the bling. It's all about the bling, right? This is the adhesive back hearts and flowers, and you can add a little more pop of color to the background. I'm going to grab a couple of these Sweet Sorbet ones here. I'm going to put one right here. I really like the look of putting one on the bee's head over here like this. Let's put one over here. So there we go. One there, and let's add another one just for good measure. We'll add one of these little white ones down here. So there we go. Isn't that stinking cute? Oh, I love it. So you can put, as I mentioned, you can just pull the box open. Mine is very new, so it hasn't been used much. So you want to just make sure that it does open and it does close. You don't want it to be falling out. You want it to be a nice snug fit, right? So there it is. Now I've made another one using the Celebration products that you can get for free. The Simply Adored paper. Oh my gosh, this is the plaid, this is the hearts, and plaid over here. And then we've got, this is from the same paper. I've just lined up the heart punch. So we've got the little white hearts in the center, but these are the colors, flirty flamingo and real red from the free paper. So I just wanted to show you, you can use your paper from the Be Mine collection, but why not get the extra paper for Celebration for free with your order, and then you can keep on creating with it, right? Yes, Easter, absolutely. You could put Easter eggs in here. You know, it's such a cute project. I agree, Sherry. I can't take credit. This is from Sam Hammond, but I love her little boxes. So I thought I'm going to try my hand at those today and share with you. So there we have it, my friend. If you're wondering about the final size of the box, it's roughly 2.5 by 2.5 square. So it's a good size box, right? To hold any little gift or treat. Thank you, Krista. Are we live? Okay, we're still live. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, I'm trying to flip you. I think I'm still live. Flip. There. Oh my goodness. I don't know what was happening there. I think I'm still live. I hope I am. I just want to say goodbye and have a great day, guys. I still see the red bar that shows that I'm live. So I just want to say, have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Don't forget, I'm an hour earlier tomorrow if you want to join me live, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, or you can catch the replay as well for my Fun Fold Friday. But thanks again for joining me for these cute little boxes. And thank you, Sam, for this amazing project. Take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.